Okay, so this may be live, this may not be live. The microphone's over here today because there is myself and there is Rachel.
Hi.
And we've set this up really badly. We've got the green screen behind us. I haven't really faffed with the camera enough to get it perfect, have I?
It's about there.
It's about there. So if you can hear us, let us know before we start talking about things. Subjects, we're going to talk about Chillcon first of all. We are going to be looking at combat cards.
Yep.
Because I've spent the last day and a bit playing combat cards. I'm just going to make sure I've got this muted. Here I have. And
He's addicted to combat cards.
I'm a little
by
bit.
the way, I'm going to throw that out there.
I'm a little bit addicted. I've been painting, and I'm supposed to be just painting. And if I had more time, I would do a full, and I will do a full video on like the app showcase. I think I'll do that when they've done some of the changes and stuff after the beta's been done, because it's already an amazing game. I'm really enjoying it. Possibly because there is a leaderboard, and it's probably the first time ever I've managed to jump at the top, even though no one's playing it. That's why I'm up there.
How many people are playing it at the minute? How many people are actually on the leaderboard?
There's probably 8 people on the leaderboard. But I'm not last, which is a change. And I'm really annoyed as well because I'm doing great. I've got loads of cards, I've got some really cool stuff in there, and it's all going to get wiped after the beta, so disappointed. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, so we'll do Chillcon, and we will do combat cards, and then I'm going to get on with some painting while Rachel talks and answers questions. And we'll go through the chat as and when we can as well. So feel free to ask any questions. If you've got any questions about Chillcon or the combat cards game, Adam is in the chat as well, who works for Well Played Games, who does the app. Oh, I've just seen not anymore, Sam. Oh, please don't tell me I've lost my spot.
You only checked it a second ago, though.
I know. I'm still first on mine. Maybe it just needs to update.
It might take a while to update.
It's not like it's all going to get wiped. It makes no difference, but it would still annoy me, right? So we'll start off. Let me see if we can. Where are we? We are here. Let's turn off that and turn off us. That's where I've got the chat for us. Oh, it's only you now, Rachel.
Oh, hi.
Right, so Chillcon, we went last year, didn't we? It was quite good.
Yeah.
And this year it's supposed to be even better because there's more traders and they've got a bit more of an understanding on what they're going to be doing. Whereas last year it was a bit of a... it was a great show, but none of them, I don't think, knew the ins and outs of running the show so much.
What do you mean?
Well, I think it was their first time doing a show together.
Okay.
So this time they're a little bit more experienced. They know more of what they're doing.
Cool.
So it's going to be good. It's on Saturday the 31st of March, so it's not that far away now. It's the week after the tournament, which is in 2 weeks.
And a day before Easter.
Day before Easter, so you can go to Chillcon, you can buy anything you need from the traders, and then you can gorge yourself on chocolate the day after, which is going to be exciting. Tickets, you can buy them online, or you can buy them at the door. I think it's a little bit cheaper if you buy them online. I'm just going to quickly click on this. So Sheffield 2018, that's where it is. It's in Sheffield, but there's also this one in Derby, which I didn't know about, later on in September. So I heard nothing about it until I clicked on this. But you can just go on here. You can buy a ticket if you want to just order it online. It's cheaper if you're going in a group of 6. So it's £20 plus the booking fee, which is 5%. And that gives you 6 adults, which I think is something we'll probably go for, won't it?
Yeah, I think there should be at least 6 of us.
And then if you have any under 16s, they go free as well, as it says here. If you are 16 or older, you will have to buy an adult ticket. This ticket price is £1 cheaper than on the door price of £5. There you go then. So it's £1 cheaper if you book it online. So that's the ticket price. What else is there to talk about? I mean, the main thing that we saw when we were there, it was the amount of traders. I mean, that's pretty much what it's about for me, to see all of the different traders and the stands and the different games that are there. And this year they've got a lot. So we're just going to quickly go down this list, but everything with a new on it is obviously new to Chillcon. Everybody else was there last year, but you can just see at a glance how many new stalls, how many new people are going to be there this year.
With that in mind, though, there was a lot last year as well, to be fair to them.
It was
And actually
full.
there was a lot of offers and things like that, so it was worth going from that perspective. And also it was a good chance for us, it was a good chance to actually try the games and actually talk to the people, to get a feel about which sort of stuff that we liked, what we wanted to do. So it was worthwhile.
It's not long until my birthday, so I might be able to pick up some models to paint. Or some nice little bits and pieces. Wordforge Games are there, obviously good old Mark from around the corner from us, so they're sponsoring the event as well. I'm looking forward to seeing Rubicon models as well, just to see what tanks they've got. And I'm also interested in seeing some of the new people that are turning up. I think it was... we saw War Games Illustrated at Salute last year, didn't we? They were the ones that do the magazines that we bought.
Yeah.
Sarissa Precision, they've got some really good scenery on there as well.
And I think we're also...
Rob's there as well. Hysterical Games is going.
Okay.
Luke's APS with his scenery range, which is new. Futsal Miniatures look really good as well. They've got a lot of good stuff. So there's tons going off.
Yeah, and I think we're also planning on putting in a promotional discount code, aren't we, into essentially every little goodie bag that people get on the door.
Yes, yeah.
So
if we can get them, it will be some sort of deal.
So yeah, I think there will be a discount code for pretty much everyone that goes of the premium subscriptions.
Yeah, so I think that'll be a month. Is it a month free or is it a 50% off?
50% off.
50% off. So we'll give those out for anybody who wants to try the premium subscription part of our website on wargameronline.com. What else do we have? Bring and Buy, that was there last year. I don't think the plots have been taken yet, but you can basically book one of the plots that are there. You can take your stuff with you and you can sell them to people who turn up to the event. So that was quite popular last year. There's a lot of people selling their goods. And the venue, we'll go over that. So it's in Sheffield. It is Ecclesfield School. It's quite a nice location actually. It's easy to get to. It's got a massive car park, and then right at the back you've got the big complex where all of the convention is situated. But
is it the same place as last year?
Same place as last year, yeah. So we've got the nice benches and the trees outside to go and sit and have our packed lunch. And
there was a Burger King on the way for us last time. Oh, I felt really bad. So I was like absolutely adamant I was having this Burger King. And Sam Bless had made sandwiches for everyone, but I really desperately wanted a Burger King. I had like major cravings. So I went, had the Burger King, and then literally everyone was like looking at me. I was like noshing down on this big burger, and they all had their like little pet sandwiches.
I'd convinced Phil as well. That was the most gutting part. So Phil had like bigged himself up for this Burger King breakfast, and I was like, no, I've made sandwiches. Everyone's having sandwiches. We're not spending money on Burger King. We're going to spend it when we get to Chillcon. And then Rachel walks out with this huge and big meal. And then we went back there on the way home, didn't we?
No, we were going to go back. Basically, Phil then had convinced us, because he's obviously watched me eat this burger for like in the morning, and the whole day all he thought about was this burger. So it's like, right, that's it. We're having Burger King on the way back. So then we started to head back, and he calls his wife just to go, look, don't worry about tea. We're sorting ourselves. And it was at that point that she was like, oh, I haven't eaten because I was waiting for you to get home. So we couldn't have Burger King on the way back either. And I'm kind of glad that Phil said that he was leaving before he's watched this bit, because I imagine it'd bring up bad feelings.
Bad memories, yeah, bad memories. So, yeah, they'll be good. The Burger King is on the way. That isn't the highlight for me, though, although it's probably for you.
It's not the highlight.
It'll be a good
an added bonus.
Added bonus to the drive. Browser, let's go back on it. I think that is everything. And we saw Elster Nation at the stop-off as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
We may see him again. So I think that is everything from Chillcon. So we can turn that off. Now, I don't know if this is going to work, because I'm going to have to reposition everything afterwards. And I am sat in my pyjamas, so you might see a weird camera angle. Right. As I said, I can't do this properly like I would like to for combat cards.
Go through the chat first?
Go through the chat then.
We're probably a little bit behind.
Try and get it. There we go. It's not all fully in view, which is annoying. But I will do a full app review like I've done in the past with the Games Workshop ones, just to show everything about it, because it definitely deserves a lot of explanation and just showing it off, really, because it's really good.
Okay, so we had Patrick was in here earlier. I'm not sure if he's back yet, but I know he said that he had a cold, so I think he was he was ill, so I think he was heading away for a little bit. And he's going to be back on later. Marty got here super early, so I think he's still here. And Al Kirkham also joined us. He said finally got to a live chat.
Al the Ancient. I was only thinking about him the other day, thinking I still haven't done my Black Dragon version of him. Which will need to be done.
And Ralph Womel's here as well. Hi, Ralph. Okay, so I think
Mr.
everyone's
Ralph.
kind of just saying hi to each other. We've got Adam Chilton, as you mentioned, who actually developed the app.
One of the developers for it, yeah. Who's now apparently beat me. Not happy.
Do you reckon it is Adam that's beat you?
He was on there. He was definitely. We'll check the leaderboard in a second.
Okay. Writer Sophie Stevens.
Oh,
Kyle.
hey.
Actually, just in time for a stream for once. Now I can crack on with painting and watching this. Awesome. Nick Davidson just finished building a Dark Imperium, No fear, and a First Strike box set. I seriously need a break from super glue fumes.
Yeah, crack open that window.
Yeah. Good ventilation. Right, we've got Marty saying hi.
Hey, Marty.
Ralph saying that everything's working. Well, that's good. We probably should have read that after we'd asked for that.
Yeah, we just kind of went with it.
Surreal is here. Ian Stanford's here. Graham Rigg. Surreal. Why is Khaleesi not allowed on the couch? If it was up to me, Surreal, she would be. It's just Sam that's mean. He's a bad parent. I'm the favourite.
Yep. I accept that.
Roa is also here.
Welcome, Roa.
And, it's just skipped.
Does it to everyone? It's not just me.
No, apparently not. Oh dear. Completely lost it.
Keep going down. No, keep going down.
Really?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go, yeah.
Where is Chillcon, says Ian Stanford. So,
Okay,
Sheffield.
we've just covered that.
Mm-hmm.
How weird is it that Easter is on April Fool's Day this year?
Imagine if they say there's no chocolate.
Oh, it is. I didn't even put two and two together. Yeah, we'll have to do I'll have to do an April Fool's prank. Watch this space.
Ian's going to Salute next month. We haven't even looked at Salute. It was quite a big event for us to go to.
When is Salute?
Next month.
Yeah, but when?
I don't know. Next month.
I have to put that in the WGO calendar.
Yeah.
Surreal's put 11 days till Adepticon.
The American big.
Oh, yes, I mentioned that last year.
Yeah. So all this part of the year, everything kicks off.
Yeah. Speaking of magazines, what's your guys' opinion of Warhammer Conquest magazine?
I haven't looked into it enough. From what I've seen briefly, it's a magazine that gives you maybe brushes, paints, and some miniatures. So, win-win, to be fair. It'll probably be full of all the painting tutorials, like the paint splatters and things like that. So, for me, I think it'll be really good. It'll be a useful magazine, but I need to check the price, see what you actually get in it, and I'll probably pick it up.
Is that out already?
I think so, yeah.
Martin's put Burger King is great, and Ralph has asked me if I had a veggie burger. I didn't last year. I was a little bit naughty. This year is Burger King for everyone. Says Surreal. Dave has put What's This Out? We're going to cover it in a second, Dave. It's called Combat Cards. And Adam, I think, has answered that anyway, to be fair.
You know what? I can bring it up on here.
Scott Beale. I won't be able to read it anymore.
Bile.
Oh,
Scott Bile.
Hello, Sam and Rachel. Haven't seen you in ages. Hi, Scott.
Hey, Scott.
It's been a while.
Good job on the conversions on the Facebook page as well. It was really good. Impressive stuff.
Dave's put, I was there for the first Brayherd painting session. Beastmen need love and adulation too.
Adulation, yeah. I'm going to be painting more in a moment. We'll have a look at combat cards because I'm pretty excited about it, and then I'll crack on with some painting. And if you lot can all line up some questions for Rachel or me or for anything, and I can just sit and talk about it while I'm painting. Keeps it simple, doesn't it?
Ian has answered my question. It's Saturday, April the 14th for Salute.
Very good.
So hopefully we will be there. And Scott's put, Sam, you liked my tank conversion. Thank you.
It was an amazing conversion. I never thought about putting a sentinel instead of a turret, and or a sentinel. You know, the walkers. They've got like the big sentinel cockpit. You put it on the top of the tank instead of the turret.
Okay.
Pretty good. And you put loads of there was loads more than that, but that's what I kind of defined it to me. Anyway, Citadel Combat Cards. This has been out for years. I don't know how many years exactly. There we go. Released by Games Workshop in the 1980s, so that's before I was born.
Wow.
88 for me. So the 90s, and now in 2017, what are combat cards? So you collect them, you build your deck, and then you battle each other. And me and my brother used to have these, and we used to throw them at each other because we didn't know how the game worked. We literally just threw them at each other. It was a really rubbish game.
That doesn't even surprise me.
No, but now I mean, do you know what? I actually, as much as we play Magic the Gathering and we played Yu-Gi-Oh! And we like the card games, the app itself I prefer more than anything. Just because how quick and easy it works, everything out for you, and you can just play it. Dead simple.
General apps.
General apps. I'm not sure whether I'm going to pick up the actual physical cards. I may do, but I actually like the app so much at the moment that I don't have a need for the physical cards.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I'll show you, but I think the app does it so much. I don't know, not better. I haven't even seen the actual physical cards, but from what I'm thinking, I think it's convenient, it's fast, it works it out, it looks cool, and there's an online leaderboard and campaigns that you can do online. So that's really attractive to me. So I don't know. While the rest of the site revolves around the new digital combat cards game, this page is all about the classic physical game from Games Workshop. So we won't go into it too much. But this is what your general card looks like. You have 3 different stats at the bottom of the card. The one with the gun is the shooting damage that you'll cause if you do a shooting attack. The one with the axe is a melee weapon damage. And the one with the head and the psychic eye thing is your psychic power damage. So there's 3 different stats that your cards can have, and that will determine what they do in the game. In the top right in the app, it tells you their health. And in the top left, it tells you what the points cost is. And then when you're in the game, it tells you how much damage they actually do when you select them. So there's a bunch of history on here. If anybody wants to check this out, just go on combatcards.com and you can read all of this yourself, because I'm not going to go through it. You can see there's a lot. But Jervis was the one that I think came up with that originally. And we've got a look of what the original cards look like in the olden days and what they look like now. I think they look a lot cooler now. But I do like the nostalgia. Bright colours. Look at that. Pink horror. Ugh. No, anyway. There's 8 different factions, I think it is. So we've got Space Marines, which is all of the Space Marines. We've got Chaos, which is all of Chaos. Tau, all of the fish. Orcs, which has got all of those. The Eldari, which is all of them. Again, I'm not going to keep saying it's all of them, because obviously it is. Necrons. Servants of the Emperor, which is Imperial Guard, Assassins and things like that, and Mechanicum. And then we've got Tyranids. And then there's a little bit here explaining about what the game is, and so on and so forth. But there are worldwide events and things. We'll have a look on the actual app itself, so we'll switch over. Right, as I said, surreal, I miss Mike. Well, we all miss Mike.
Yeah, we do.
But we don't know where he is. He's disappeared. Okay, so...
Comments put, hey up everyone, can't chat, I'm on an exercise bike. I wish I was that motivated.
Yeah, I'm not. Right, we've got this is the UI, so it's... actually, I'll show you on the bottom of here. You've got your menu. You can flick through these different parts of the game. Really, really simple. One of the best things about this app is how fast and simple it is, and the loading times are really good. It's not like a lot of app-based games where you turn them on and then you have to sit and wait for 3 minutes. At that point, you've already got bored. You've only got like 10 minutes or something sometimes to play, so you want to just turn it on and play some games. So the UI, I'll show you the top up here. You've got your XP, which tells you how many levels you go up. I'm currently level 6. When you get to level 5, you can enter into these global campaigns, which allows you to do a war mode. You get energy, which allows you to fight, and I think you'll be able to pay to do more fights more often, but it generally resets. So I think it's every hour or every hour and a half you can play a game in the war, and then you get a score which determines your position. And then depending on what position you get when you play this, when it's live, depends on the reward you get. So if you're last place in the entire world, you'll still get Zorgoth the Cleaver. Whereas if you become first, you get Khan the Betrayer, as well as every other reward from below. So you can see how many, and these are full packs of cards that you get.
Presumably it's all in-game stuff.
It's all in-game, yeah. But look how many packs you get. It's glorious. I think the beta testers, this is something every beta tester should get, the number first, the first place reward to kickstart it. And they should limit that to me. Just me, so I've got a head start. You have, bring this up a bit. So that's the campaigns. You've got Guild, which allows you to join clans, trade with friends, and battle with other clans, which is interesting.
Yep.
You have the shop, which obviously to fund the app, you need a way to fund it. I will go into these packs in a minute, because you do get a lot of cards just by playing the games. When I've played like Magic the Gathering and other stuff, the digital versions especially, you can spend a week on the game and you'll get next to no cards. Whereas on this, I've spent a night on it and I haven't spent a penny, and I'll show you how many cards I've got in a moment. Here we go, I'll show you now. So I've got pretty much all of the Warlords that are available at the moment, except for one, which is Shadow Sun. I've got all of these cards. You can see how many I've got, and this is just from playing it for one night. So it's not like I was worried that it's going to be a pay-to-win game, but you can unlock a lot just by playing the game, which is really good. And when you get duplicate cards, you can level up the ones that you've got. So let's have a look at this. This is the new Necron model. Ethermancer, Drizzian. So I've got a duplicate version of this card. I've got 2 out of 2, which allows me to pay 25 gold coins and I can upgrade it. So it's saying that when it upgrades, this shooting stat will go up and its health will go up. So I'm going to upgrade it. So its health's gone up to 82 and its shooting attack is now 19. And when I'm in the game and that card's being used, that's what the stats are going to be used. And you've got this points cost, which also goes up depending on what your like the power of the card is. And you can see I've just earned some more XP from that.
Woo.
Yay.
What level are you?
6, halfway to 7, just under halfway to 7.
How far do the levels go up to?
No idea, probably like 1 million. So you have different currency. You've got plasma coils, and plasma coils are the things that you can buy with real money. It's unavailable at the moment because it's the beta, but you can buy these to kickstart it, and then you can buy some of these extra booster packs. So if you haven't got the time but you've got the money, then you just buy the boosters and then you get your cards. If you've got the time but you don't have the money, you just play the game. And if you don't care about spending money and you still just want to play it, then you can do that, which is good. Coins, from what I've seen so far, just allow you to do your upgrades. So when you get your duplicates, you boost them up. Right, let's have a look a little bit more.
Oh, why don't you do a test game?
Yeah, we can do a test game. So we go to battle, and actually I'll show you. So I'll open this pack. This is just an example of one of the packs that you get just for playing 10 minutes on the game. So you get some coins, you get a plasma coil, and then you get a bunch of cards. See if we get anything good. Ooh, we've got a Death Cult Assassin. Nice. And we've got a bog standard scout. Right, onwards. And then these all appear in the bottom left for you to do what you want with. So we click on, oh, and you also get all these boxes. So every 3 hours at the minute, and 8 hours for a gold box, I can open another booster with loads of stuff in it. It's exciting times. Right, so we can go on war.
Anything with boosters would have you sold.
Yes. So we go on war, and this allows you to create your deck, and you're allowed to, so if we go on edit deck, you can change your warlord, you can change any of the bodyguards that you want to put in there. You can do it based on a faction, so if you want to just play faction only cards, it's showing there that they're all the Tyrannid cards. And you can switch it to all, and then you've got access to all of the cards that you want to put in. But it's done on a points value, so at the minute, you can see that my warlord's 28 points, he's 25, 7, 23, 27. I've got 5 points remaining. I haven't quite figured out deck initiative yet. I don't know if that's the power of the cards or if it's the number of cards. Yeah, if you can let us know what deck initiative, how you get a better deck initiative. I don't really worry about it too much yet, but anyway, we're going to go straight to deploy and we're going to have a fight. And it picks a random name. And I've got a higher initiative, which means that I'm going to be able to attack first this game.
I think you might have just answered your own question.
Why?
Well, you've just said if you have a higher initiative, you get to go first.
Oh, I know what higher initiative does. I just don't know how you determine the initiative of the deck. So one thing I worked out straight away is you kind of want to put your warlord out last, because if your warlord dies, you lose the game. And if we click on these, it tells us the stats of the cards that we're against. So this one's got 22 melee damage, but doesn't have anything else. This one has got 36 melee damage, but nothing else. And this one's got 15 psychic damage, but nothing else. So I know that this dude has got a really high psychic damage. What I've done for my deck here is just had a load of psychic powers, because I found that when you're up against a lot of stuff, they don't really have psychic powers, which means I can tend to have the edge. So what I'm going to do, this thing in the middle is going to be an absolute problem to deal with because it's got such a high amount of health. But I'm going to have to chip it down. So I'm going to put my Librarian Primaris in the middle. I know that this guy has got 35 psychic power damage, so I'm going to put him to the right because he can kill the Zoanthrope in 2 turns. And then I'm going to just chuck... Oh, you need to go in the middle, buddy. There we go. And then we'll just chuck him on the end. So that's my stuff that I put down. That Carnifex has a special ability which allows him to hit before anything else happens. So he's just done that. And now it's my turn. So I get to choose what I want to do. So if I click on the psychic power, it tells me here I've got 84 damage that my stuff will do in psychic damage. And the enemy team has got 15 damage. So that's what it's going to do. If I switch to combat, you can see I've got 39 damage and the enemy's got 58. So I really don't want to do that unless I want to punch myself in the face. Shooting, neither of us have anything. So for me, psychic is the best way to go. What you will sometimes want to do is, if you've got your commander in the middle and you know that the thing opposite him has got really good combat damage and you haven't, or you both have got really good combat damage but you're going to get killed, you might pick something else just to stall them for as long as you can so that your bodyguards can then do damage. Because once these things are out of the way, these bodyguards are out of the way, then these guys on the side will attack the warlord. What's up? Whoa, careful.
Boom.
Oh.
What did I do?
You killed that thing.
Yay! Nailed it.
Nailed it. So now they've chosen melee damage, which is not surprising. So they're going to smack me in the face. There we go. There is this other thing if you do an attack. So say if I do a psychic, if I pick shooting and none of these have got guns, these all get little bonuses, and I don't understand how that works yet. I will do later on.
Adam, how does it work?
Yeah.
Oh, he did answer your question. He basically said initiative is akin to the speed. So if your deck has more high initiative cards, it averages out your initiative. So I guess it's based on the cards you picked.
Oh, I didn't see I didn't see an initiative stat, so that's probably why then. That's fine then. Perfect.
Oh, Jack's here.
Mr. Jack, welcome.
Hi, Jack.
Right, so again, I'm just going to slap with psychic powers because I know that that's going to do the best that I can do. And this is really fast. Like you play games in 1 or 2 minutes. One thing I don't really.
You're taking longer because you're explaining.
I'm explaining it. So now all of his cards are down, and he's brought out his commander, who's an absolute beast because he's the guy that I use. And I need to kill that commander to win. But one thing I don't like about this so far is if you win a game, you don't get any benefits for it. So I think that will be changed afterwards because there's just no point. You don't get anything for winning the game. You get a skull. You get a skull every time you kill one of these cards, and afterwards, 10 skulls equates 1 booster pack. So if you get 10 skulls over 5 games,
would you not get more skulls? For
you don't
winning?
get any. No, you just get 1 skull for killing one of these things. So what I think should happen is probably you get an extra 5 skulls if you win the game, or 2 extra skulls if you win the game.
5? Someone wants his booster packs.
Or coins or something, just an extra thing for winning, because otherwise you just keep playing and you just kill things. Right, I'm about to die because I'm talking. And because I'm rubbish.
Didn't you say you were at the top of the leaderboard? Oh, Adam, who's at the top of the leaderboard now?
We'll look in a minute. It's probably not me anymore. So now he's dead. I can bring out this Psyker dude again. Because I've got 5, the full deck, 5 cards worth of stuff. He's just got 1 hit. He just got slapped.
Oh no.
Right, so now I'll bring out my big guy. Yeah, but he has been upgraded. So with this guy, look at his attack. So he's got 80 melee damage. Oof. So I can now 1-hit his commander, his warlord. So they've got more damage overall, but because I'm going to be swinging first, although they would kill me with the backlash, I'm going to kill his commander.
Did you have a lot of psychic power or something?
I did, but you can see, look, I've just killed his warlord. I got a skull for killing the warlord, and I win. It should technically be a draw, because I think their stuff would kill me, but it gives you the win.
Sam is top.
Yay! So there we go. So this game is now showing me that I've earned 4 of these skulls. So I've knocked out 4 things.
Adam says if you win, you get a pack for killing the warlord. The 4 packs at the bottom of your landing screen are earned for wins.
The 4 packs at the bottom?
What? We said it was a simple game, apparently.
It's not that simple. Not simple enough for me. So I've earned 4 skulls there because I knocked out 4 things. And I won. But I don't know where that extra thing is. Oh, these. Oh, right. Okay, I get you. Yeah. So these here, when you win a game, you get one of these skulls put into your landing pad, as it's called. But you can only unlock one of these. If it's a silver skull, you can unlock it every 3 hours. If it's a gold skull, you've got to wait 8 hours. So winning, there's no...
Well, there is a benefit to winning them.
There is a benefit to winning, but it's such a... Like, you can play 10 games in 20 minutes, sort of thing, or 10 minutes.
Maybe
you can play them very quickly. So you can amass these faster than you can actually open them.
So your complaint is that you're playing the game too much.
Yes, yes. But I imagine to unlock them quicker, that's what this coil is. So you can pay to unlock them quicker. So maybe that's just a way to get you to spend some money on the app because they've got to pay for the developing team.
But if you're getting coils quite regularly, then
you don't get coils that often. You open them from doing these boosters. So if I get another 6 skulls, I'll be able to get another one of these boosters opened. I might get 1 or 2 coils. So, but this is nice as well. This is the scenery from Games Workshop. It's nice that they've used the art cards with all of the heavy metal painting on there, which is cool. The animations are great though. That's really good. And it's just fast, smooth and simple.
Oh, your thing's a bit weird.
What?
There you go.
Good stuff.
Now, there we go. Stanford's put, I have to look into combat cards.
We have got, I can do a war right now. I'm 2nd place. Who is first now? Skipper.
Oh, who's that?
I don't know. Good job, Skipper. I'm going to lose this now. But war is a bit... I've only got access to chaos stuff for some reason in war, so I don't know if this is going to be very good.
So Ralph has put, don't get me wrong, but what would the motivation be to play the game? Kind of eludes me for the moment, apart from the graphical and scenic appeal. I guess it's kind of addictive, isn't it? Because you always want to either be at the top of the leaderboard or you just want to unlock more.
It's like any games. It's like any games, really. You just want to beat other people, don't you? You either beat the computer or you beat your friends or whatever. But you all do it within the boundaries of the game. So
if you're like Sam, you just like to open boosters.
I love opening boosters. It's the best part. So right now, this Nurgle dude's got a really good ability. Whenever I hit with my Nurgle dude, I automatically heal all of my Chaos allies for 7, which is just, it's great. And now he's been upgraded. He does so much damage. And watch this, my Hellbrute does 28 damage, not as much as my commander. I'm going to win this war quite easily.
Phil's just quoted, it's fast, smooth and simple. WTO Sam.
Quoting myself.
Oh, Hive Army's joined us. Hello WTO, caught it live. Yes.
Welcome Hive Army. So the enemy team just did an example of what I was saying. They obviously realised that I had more physical, like melee damage than it would do more harm to them. So they just went with the psychic damage from the Primaris Psyker instead. Because now I'm just going to kill. I'm going to decapitate this dude. Bye-bye.
Whoosh.
Give me 1st place.
Wait, you can play real people?
No, this is just the leader, but this is the war thing. So now I should get another 10 points, which will put me up to 50. And then I will be number 1 reigning again. There we go. 1st place. Da-da-da-da.
Oh, dear.
So now... So it's 1 hour and 51 minutes until I get another bit of energy to play in the war again. So I'm going to have to set my phone alarm for 1 hour and 50 minutes so that I can play it immediately and stay on top. Even though it's all going to get wiped.
Adam's put, the environment you see is photogrammetry of the actual models that GW use on their box covers and White Dwarf sections. So it's the actual artwork.
I'm impressed. It's really good. The music's good as well and the sound effects. So I've turned them all off at the minute. No, because I know YouTube flags things up. So I'm going to leave it off for now. But the music and the sound effects are really good. And when it's live, you'll be able to link Facebook and the platform and all that sort of stuff. So you'll be able to link it to your Facebook account. So that is that. I'm impressed with it.
When's it out? Do we know?
No. I think...
Probably a good job Adam's here.
Adam.
Literally just like, Adam!
Let me close this down a second. Studio mode. Right, I'm going to realign all of this while you can talk and you can go through that. But Adam, if you can let us know when it is out, that would be good.
Presumably if it's in the beta, then it's not going to be that far.
It could be a month or 2, but obviously the physical cards are going to be out soon.
And Adam's also put, so I think it was in response to Ralph, we're working on more ways to increase the strategy of the game and adding clans and real-time play. Oh, we could be in a clan together. That'd be cute.
We could make a WGO clan.
We could. This is a more basic version of the game to make sure it's fun when it's simplest. And, we've got Wordforge Games here. Saying
do you know the other exciting thing as well?
What's that?
That they are literally around the corner from us.
Oh, they are, aren't they? Yeah, they're really local.
They're from Leamington, or they're based in Leamington, which is cool. Now, the only problem I've got with this is if I turn this light on, watch the green screen. It goes all dodgy. which is annoying.
What background have we gone for?
Look, it's all flickery. It's just, I've tried to make it, we'll have to sort it out another time, but at the minute it's
fine.
It's as best as I can get it, so. So that is combat cards, and that is Chillcon. They're the two things we were going to talk about. If anybody else has got any questions for anything, please put them down below while I crack on with some painting.
Ralph's put he's going to stick with his plastic toys. Fair enough.
I mean, you're asking about the benefits. The benefits of having cards is you don't have to paint them.
Yes.
Which we find if you just want to play some games on...
Oh, I think someone did ask you earlier, actually, and I forgot if you'd finished your Brayherds.
So I'm really tired and I've got a massive headache because I stayed up I've been painting non-stop, haven't I?
Yes.
All week, practically. I played...
Except for when he's playing Smite.
I played Smite a couple of games because I need to have a break because this is doing my eyes in, basically. But I've done all of the blue on these Brayherds now. So you can see them there. I wasn't happy with the Scale 75 paints I was using. They went really chalky. Ralph said that they might be just not shaken enough or not enough. I might have not used enough water or too much water, but I've gone back to using GW blues and they've come out quite nice. So all of these Brayherds have now had their blues done. All of their skin is done. And obviously I've done all the different skin tones, which I showed on the last painting live show. The armour, I'm leaving it as basic as I can. It's just black with some silver stippling on them. And at the minute, I'm just going to go and do some... I'm going to do some brown stuff. Leather straps, and what else is on them? Like,
use your words, Sam.
Leather straps and belts. Help me, please. Right, there we go. Not much is going on.
Right.
But no, it's quite nice.
Oh, Ralph's said that the picture is fine on the stream, so I think it's just you.
Okay.
And Adam has said that the physical cards are out already, and the beauty of mobile development is that we have a lot more freedom over release schedules. I read that first as we're in a better place, as in beta better. I thought it was trying to be funny, but it's just me, I can't read. We're in a beta phase that could last as long as a piece of string, and we want more feedback to help us. But I think you'd be able to give feedback, wouldn't you, Sam?
Yeah, I mean, the feedback it's awesome. The stuff...
Didn't you say that you thought a tutorial might be good or something?
Tutorial,
like
definitely.
FAQ or help section.
Like, it didn't take long to learn the basics of the game, but I still don't have a clue what's going on with the... I forgot, I don't even know what it's called, but there's a... When you attack with something that doesn't have the ability that you attacked with, then something happens. And I don't even know what that does. So it'd be nice to know what goes on, what's cracking off. But no, I think for beginners... And also, if kids are going to be playing the app, because, you know, kids these days are playing apps more and more, and if they pick it up, they might not have a clue what's going on.
Kids these days, how old are you?
I'm 30 in May. 30.
Getting old.
And I'm still playing with toy soldiers.
You're not old, Sam. Right. Is the saturation down on this, or the contrast? I look like a brunette in that. Or at least on your screen I do.
And I look like I'm staring into the light. Because I am, actually. It's burning my eyes. There's only so much I can do with a camera on in front of me and trying to keep this one focused on what I'm painting. It's very difficult.
No, I was just wondering. Okay, where are we? Ian said thumbs up for combat cards, so I think he's kind of sold on it.
I mean, it's free at the end of the day. To get on the beta, all you have to do is go on their website, combatcards.com. And then you fill in the email subscription thing. You just give them their email and they'll send you, you give them their email. Oh no, you get invited to the Google group and then you send them your email address and then they'll invite you to it. It's as simple as that. If you're on iOS, you just download an app called Test Flight, which allows you to try stuff in beta mode. And that's it. You can play it up until it comes out. But just be aware that you are just testing it to help them out. If you want to play it to amass cards and be at the top of the leaderboard, obviously you won't because I'll be there, but if you want to try and get to the top of the leaderboard, then it'll all get wiped when the game is eventually released. So it's just to try it out and see if it's your sort of thing, but it's completely free. It doesn't cost you any money. When it comes out, if you get addicted, you can spend money on it, but for now it's just a bit of fun.
So Seymourson has put, joins the stream, first thing I see, Sam's arm. Oh, that must have gone by now though.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Is that Tom Wilson or Tom Wilson?
Tom Wilson.
Tom Wilson. That blue is beautiful. So I guess you've gone for a good choice of colours there.
It's not the blue that I wanted. I was going to use a scale 75 colour and it was a very vibrant blue, but because it didn't work, I've gone for it's GW, it's Cantor blue, followed by a Latok blue, followed by Hoeth blue. So it's quite a straightforward one to do. There's no fancy gimmicks in it.
And... oh, Big Rich is here. Hi all. Hi, Big Rich.
Hey, Rich.
And Coleman has put, right, I'm off the bike, short lungs transplant, and I'm with you guys. But don't blame me, I wouldn't have done it in the first place. Phil, Phil's here. Hi, Phil.
Hey, Phil.
Thanks. He's speaking to Adam. Thanks for coming to help with the info. Cheers, dude. Yeah, it was very helpful. We'd have been stuck on our own.
I'm just having a bit of a laugh playing it, really. And my favourite... there's so many cool cards in there as well. I want to play Nurgle now, just because that Nurgle character is really badass.
Scott Biles asking you a question. Have you seen the Sisters squads on Wargame exclusive? And if so, what do you think?
I think they look amazing. And the only thing I'd be put off by is I'd imagine Games Workshop will be releasing Sisters in the near future. I know we've been waiting years and years, but it can only be so much longer before they release them. So if you were going to go and spend a ton of money on the Wargame exclusive ones and they released the GW ones in a month's time, you might be kicking yourself, because with the quality of Games Workshop's models at the moment, I think they're going to be amazing. I mean, the Sisters of Silence were really good, so you can only expect similar or better than those.
And the Reels put, has a painting handle, still uses cork.
That is purely because they're not on bases.
I thought you could put them into cork and then put the cork into the handle there.
I have modified these, so these can go onto the handle, but while I'm doing a live stream, it's just too awkward having the handle here and trying to keep it underneath the camera.
Do you normally use the handle then?
When I can, yeah, because I'll just hold the whole thing like that and then I can just paint. But I'm getting used to just using cork again.
Is that because we've got enough cork in the house for you?
Yes, Rachel. Thank you to your addictions.
And Adam's put, glad you're enjoying the game, Sam, but don't get comfortable at the top of the table. I work there and have vast power over the leaderboard.
Well, which means...
I guess the message there is that if you keep going on about it, you're getting deleted.
Which means I should be at the top permanently. You can just change the number one spot to Sam's Throne. I don't know, give it some sort of title. People can always aim for second place. There's nothing wrong with second place.
Or you could change it to Rachel is awesome, because that would really upset him.
I'd just play it on your phone. just that would be it.
C. Mawson's put that colour scheme is great, by the way.
Thank you.
And Marty has also agreed with me, you are not old.
I feel old. I feel like I'm 18, but I'm trapped in a 30-year-old almost body.
I feel like you're like a 50-year-old trapped in a 30-year-old's body.
Thanks.
That's alright. Ralph has put some, those models are fantastic.
Well, these models are really old. They're like old Bestigors, and the Beastman range in general has not been updated, so I'm surprised they look as good as they do. But I know what you mean. There's a lot of detail on them, which has hindered the painting process, and also the fact that I painted an extra 5 of them, which I didn't need to do. That slowed me down a little bit more.
Ian's birthday's on the 15th of May, so he's not far behind you.
That's my sister's birthday, the 15th.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I should probably know that.
You probably should. Happy birthday, Ian, for the 15th.
And Big Rich has said, hey, I'm 52 and playing with toy soldiers.
Oh, I hope I am still playing toy soldiers all the way through my life.
And Jack thinks that Combat Cards looks awesome. Definitely going to look forward to playing this.
Yeah, because Jack and the rest... So Jack plays on the Xbox with us. He isn't a war gamer. So it's good that even somebody who isn't interested in wargaming is interested in the apps for it. But, I mean, when you're at work and you're on a break, not when you're at work, you can just...
We don't advocate that.
You can just pull your phone out and start playing Combat Cards. And we can make a clan, Jack. You can join our clan.
One of us.
Everybody, we can do one match. I wonder what the clan limit would be. If there's like a huge amount of spots for us to invite people, we can invite all of our viewers into a WGO combat card clan.
That would be quite cool.
Yeah, it would.
Sue Mawson is 38 and still playing with toy soldiers. I quite like this, that everyone's just basically going to say their age and then say, I'm playing with toy soldiers. Oh, we should make like a hashtag out of it on Facebook, get it trending. Yeah. 47 and started again a couple of years ago. That was Rob Hummel.
47 and what?
And started again.
Oh, again. I thought he meant started for a couple of years ago. I was going to say he started a couple of years ago and is that good at painting and like he knows the hobby inside out now.
Surreal said 43 and never played with toy soldiers. Scott loves the blue on the herd.
Ah, thanks. I wasn't sure on it, to be fair, because most of the Beastman models have always had red on them, so it was very different. But because Patrick is doing Zinch, I needed to do something that went with the Zinch, and that obviously is blue. And all of the different skin tones, I was, again, a little bit worried because... Let me show you. Some of the skin tones, like this blue, is very close to the blue of the cloth, but it's still just enough to be different. Don't you think? Or do you think it's too close? Please tell me you can tell the difference between skin and cloth.
Yeah, there's not that much in it though.
There isn't much in it, but there's only 2 models that have got that dark skin tone.
Yeah. No, you can tell it's different. I thought, for a second, you were trying to say that cloth was different to that cloth.
No.
And I was like, Sam, they look exactly the same.
The cloth in the entire unit is blue.
Yes.
But the skin tones, there's 8 or 9 different skin tones that I've done.
Yeah, the skin tone and the cloth looks different.
Very good. My favourite guy is actually this one. Oh, you can't see it very well because of the exposure on the camera. That's
I still don't know how I've ended up not being a ginger on your camera. It's really confusing me.
You are now a brunette.
I am.
Welcome to the world of brunettism. Where was I? I wasn't painting him.
So I was put Rachel, stop blowing on the back of Sam's head and act like you didn't do it. What? I don't even know what that's in relation to.
Were you blowing on the back of my head?
I don't think so.
Why would you do that to me?
Ian has said, still waiting for Plastic Thunderhawk gunship. And Tom has asked the question that I was hoping nobody would ask. Rachel, did you ever get your Frostgrave warband painted? No. I gave up less than halfway through.
Didn't I paint it for you?
Did you do it in the end for me?
I might have done.
Ah, that was nice of you. No, painting isn't for me.
You did try, to be fair, which was more than I thought you were ever going to do.
I think I did it for like 2 days solid.
No, it was.
It was a long time. It felt like forever.
It was like 2 hours over a 2-day period.
Long.
Like when
it was definitely more than 2 hours.
It was not.
It was so much more than 2 hours.
It was not.
Anyway, didn't have the patience for it.
Is this why when I say to you I've been painting all day, you go, how long have you really been painting?
Yeah, because it feels like forever.
It does. Imagine actually painting all day for a week. All day, every day for an entire week straight.
That's my worst nightmare.
It is quite difficult on your eyes. But that's why I have to take a break. But there is no time to get this army done. So I can't break.
Okay, Ian uses toothpicks and paper clips for painting.
Yeah, I can see how that helps. Certain things like eyes and stuff, I've seen people use paper clips for just dotting the black onto the eyes. The only problem with that is sometimes you can scratch the model, though, if you actually, if you're not just dotting it on, you can scrape off the lower layers of paint. So,
which wouldn't be a bad thing with my painting.
What's going on with tournament anyway, Rach? If you're not taking the Dreadsaurian, because at the minute I'm not going to have it painted in time. So, what's your plans if you're not going to be able to take Mr. Rory to the tournament?
A half-painted Dreadsaurian?
No, it has to be fully painted.
Why's that?
Because
it's
they're the rules.
coated.
No, they're the rules.
Coated.
They're the rules. It's not base coated.
Looks done to me.
Everything looks done to you.
It's not great. It's done. I don't know.
Are you just going to cry? You're going to...
I did really want to
This is the best thing I can paint.
Yeah. They'll literally just be like, it needs to be painted. But it is painted. This is my best. And they'll be like, we watch your channel. We know you don't paint.
See how long it lasts.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I am doing my best to get these done and yours, but I'm going to have to cut my list down because my ideal list that I want to take to the tournament is the Beast Lord, the Shaman, the 30 Gors, the 30 Bestigors, the Chariot. Did I say the Gorgon?
I think so.
And the Gorgon. But what it's potentially going to be now is taking out the 30 Gors and putting in 20 Ungors. And if I don't have time for that, I'm going to have to take out 30 Gors and put in a Jabberslythe and break the 30-man Bestigor unit down into a 20 and a 10, which is so bad of a list that I think Patrick will just say, I'm not going with you. However, I'm struggling to get the first 30 done. I think, you know, I've got less than 2 weeks and I've got so much to do still. It is painful.
And the Dreadsaurian.
And the Dreadsaurian.
Phil said that you're like an 80-year-old trapped in the body of a baby.
Hey?
And I thought I was being mean. It's that little baby face, especially when you've shaved.
I haven't shaved.
Cute little baby face. Yeah, I know. And Ralph has asked if anybody's planning on going to Black Library Open Day on June the 16th. Were we planning on going to that?
No.
Okay.
Although I have read or listened to all of, or at least eight of the Realm Gate War books, as I was talking about the other day. So I'd be interested in listening to or reading more of them.
Someone's got Jim has got an awesome idea for a clan name. Can you guess it?
Sam is... I don't know.
You're off to a good start. It is Sam is like the first word. Or Sam's.
Sam's... it's going to be something to do with being salty. That's all it ever is.
Yes, it is.
What is it?
Sam's Salt Grinders.
Perfect. It's a good name. I'm going to own it.
Marty is 35 here, 36 in April.
Marty wants to meet up at Warhammer World later on in the year as well.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Which I've said we need to do.
Yeah.
Because he's booking his holiday, so he's going to try and book some time off.
Ah. Yeah, we should do that. That'd be good.
Yeah.
We can make an event out of it.
Yeah, we can. And I do like Marty as well. He's always messaging me.
Ah. Got a little bromance.
Little bromance.
And Scott is 54 and been playing with toy soldiers since he was 12. Jim, FYI, 36. I love how everyone's just putting their age at this point. That's great. Gonk. Hashtag manchild and proud.
Good play, Gonk. I love that name, Gonk.
Al, the Ancient, is 73 and still playing with toy soldiers.
Good old
That's
Al.
awesome. I didn't realise I was 73.
That's why I think he nicknamed himself as an Ancient.
That's
and that's
awesome.
way I said from then on he's going to be known as Al the Ancient.
That's cool. Oh, hold on. I don't want to knock you a sec. I need to move. Wait for it.
You said move. I didn't expect you to like jiggle around in the chair and...
Yeah, that's moving. Ian, I have been painting and gaming for about 20 years. That is a flipping long time.
Especially if it's 20 years straight. That would be like an eternity for you, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
That would be like hell for you, actually.
Yes.
I'm trapped in hell. It'd be hell for me, actually, 20 years straight painting. That would be difficult.
Coleman's put on the screen they definitely look different. So is that in relation to your Brayherds, do you think? Could be us.
The Brayherd, I don't know.
And Kablams has put, hey guys!
Hey
Hi,
Kablams. Yeah, they I don't know. I think they look different because they're like human coloured skin tones that I've done on Beastmen with like fairy pinks and things like that. And then I've done a very different colour scheme to anything I've seen. But that's just generally what I do anyway.
I think Rory was quite excited when he heard you were doing Brayherds, yeah.
Rory's the king of Beastmen, so if he's happy...
I remember playing Beastmen when he was in the store. I remember him playing it.
Yeah.
I think I was playing High Elves at the time.
I wonder if he's going to be at the tournament, because if he is...
He couldn't get a ticket in time.
Ah, that's a shame.
So he's not actually going to be playing, but he did say he'll come down.
Oh, that's good then.
And where have I got up to? Oh, Ian has put, I drew holes in the model and used toothpicks. I will send you a picture. Oh, that's so sweet. Liam's commented to put, you can do it, Sam. He believes in you.
Somebody has to.
Yeah. Al thinks that Ralph gave him the nickname of the Ancient.
Ah, fair enough. It's a good title, Al. I mean, there's not many people who have been added to the ranks of my armies. So far, there's only Patrick and yourself, so it's quite an honour.
Hey, have I not been added?
No.
Damn it.
No, you haven't. I need to get more. I need to get as many viewers as possible into the armies. Oh, you know what? I did say Derpimus. I did say I was going to put Derpimus in my Brayherd army.
Where's he going then?
I don't know. Because I don't want to offend him, because obviously beastmen are like goat people, so it's only if he's happy to be part of the army. Why is Stewie so loud whenever I'm on a live show? He's not even locked in his cage. He's got free reign.
He just likes being noisy.
So are you going to download combat cards? It's free. And we can join a clan later.
I thought it's in the beta version,
Well,
so I thought I have to
when
get
it's
an
out,
invite
though.
for it.
Yeah, when it's out, the beta, though.
Yeah, I'll probably play when it's out.
Cool.
Nick has been away from tabletop gaming for over 25 years, and AOS got him back into it. That's quite impressive.
AOS is a really good game, though.
It is, I like it. I didn't like it at first, I do like it now.
I mean, I'm going back and forth on it, like in certain aspects of it. I don't think I'd ever go back to 8th edition, but I do like certain bits from it.
I like the magic phase in 8th edition. Nobody else did when they played me.
Because it was like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Nobody's got that amount of time. That's one of the things I don't miss.
Jet Sets asks, can I hear your dog scratching? That's more likely to be the rabbit.
Yeah, the rabbit. The dog is really quiet and calm and
yeah, really chilled out.
Yeah. The rabbit, on the other hand, is a
model
demon.
Pet. Absolutely fantastic. He's not a demon. He's just misunderstood.
Demon.
He's lovely. So cuddly.
Demon rabbit.
Frank Storm's here. Hi, Frank.
Hey, Frank. Yeah, there's not much going on. We've talked and talked and talked, haven't we? Actually, it's been an hour. It's been an hour already.
That's gone pretty quickly.
I've not even done any painting.
How easy is it just to talk rubbish for an hour?
It's quite straightforward for us, isn't it?
Welcome to our life.
Okay, we'll answer as many questions as people give us now.
To be fair, I'm still making my way through the chat.
Okay, so go through the chat, and then as many questions as there are, and then we'll call it.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay. Pressure's on, guys.
Yeah, so that's it. You will be on as long as you can give us questions. It's going to go on and on, actually.
Yeah.
It's a 24-hour stream just because there's too many questions to answer. Or there'll be none.
Coleman. So Coleman was referring to the Brayherds. Blues look different, skin and cloth.
They do. That's good then.
Yes. Dave, AOS is now a bit like Warhammer 40k 8th edition. Yeah, they are. They're similar in some ways.
They're very different in a lot. I think AOS and 40k have got positives and negatives in both of them. I wish Age of Sigmar got rid of... I mean, me and Patrick and Phil and everyone really, we all talked about this last time, didn't we? That AOS should really get rid of the double turn mechanic. You know, the random turn. I don't like the double turn mechanic, and I think you really need a minimum percentage of your army to be core or battle line. Just being limited to 2 battle line units or 3, you know, depending on the size you're playing, is not enough, because some armies...
Really?
Yeah, because if you look at Death, you can get 3 battle line for 150 points.
I think you've done with Seraphon as well.
Yeah, Skinks. Whereas if you do Iron Jaws, the minimum is 160. So to get... That's 1 unit. That's 1 unit. So if you want 3 units, think about how expensive it is for me to get my core. So it should be 25% of your army.
It doesn't really affect me.
Yeah, I'm alright. That's fine.
Alright, Jack.
I'm alright, Jack.
Marty, I like the white third Hornblower Beastman.
Oh, cheers. That's my favourite.
Which one's that? Is that the white one you showed earlier?
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, it's not my favourite model out of the 30. I've definitely got favourites. When they're done, I'll pick my favourite and I'll call him Marty. There we go. Marty doesn't get a choice. He's being part of the army.
Nick, Davidson. Once I've got the Primaris and Death Guard painted, I'm going after some AOS Blood Warriors to convert into 40k Berserkers.
Do it. And I have actually got some that I started converting behind me. They're up there though, and you'll see me in my pyjamas, so I'm not going to get them.
Would you like me to get them?
No, it's fine. I started converting.
Like how you had to check if I was in my pyjamas.
Yeah,
then.
because I had a bath because we still haven't got a boiler because it's broke.
Well, we've got a
We've
boiler.
got a boiler, but the bath,
We
the
just
shower
don't have a
still doesn't
shower
work.
pump.
So I'm having to bath all the time, and I hate baths. So I had a bath, and then thought, you know what? I'm just getting in my pyjamas because it's almost bedtime. Saturday
That's
night.
adorable. And Ian Stanford has put a hashtag, you can do it, Sam. I think that should be one that we should start trending. I think every now and then people just need to put on Facebook, hashtag, you can do it, Sam.
Where would they put it?
Anywhere, all over Facebook. Just make sure they tag you in it. Give you the motivation, the final stretch.
I'm really worried I'm not going to make it though.
So Ralph commented before...
You knocked me again.
Oh, sorry. Ralph commented before we did to say that was Stewie the rabbit. I like how he knows.
I think most of our viewers now know the habits of Stewie.
He is adorable.
Oh, I did get through a chunk of my painting yesterday by watching the director's cut of Kingdom of Heaven, which I try to watch at least...
How many times have you seen that now?
I've watched it at least once every year since it was released in 2005, so...
So at least 13.
Yeah, and I've watched it more than once in some years. It's a good... I love Kingdom of Heaven. It's just brilliant. Although I hate Orlando Bloom in it. I don't know what it is. I like him and I hate him at the same time.
I thought you didn't like him, like you hated Orlando Bloom in general, but you liked him in that.
I kind of tolerate him in that. Liam Neeson's in it, and he's just such a badass in it, and it's...
I like Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson's brilliant.
Denny Woods, hello Sam and Rachel. Sorry I missed most of the stream. Been shopping for Mother's Day.
That's fine, Denny. Thank
Your
you for joining.
painting looks amazing on those models, Sam. It makes me want some Beastmen.
If for some reason people start Beastmen because of me, A, there's a problem, but B, Games Workshop will have to redo them.
Oh, that'd be good.
Just after I've painted
I haven't
them.
done them for a while, have they?
No, never. Which is why I'm sitting crying over these.
Warhammer World is the mecca of miniature gaming. That's from Dave.
Yes, it is. I'm looking forward to the tournament.
Yeah, me too. And we're spending the weekend in Nottingham as well, so we'll be hanging out in... It's Bugman's, isn't it?
It is indeed.
So we'll be hanging out in Bugman's afterwards. So that'll be good fun.
Yeah, if anybody is around, it's 2 weeks. Jeez, 2 weeks' time in Warhammer World. Just send us a message on Facebook or on the Warhammer Wargamer online group, and let us know if you're there, and we'll meet up and say hello and things.
Yeah. Jack. Sam, I reckon you should get a neat-looking character and name it Jack. To be fair, Jack, if he hasn't got a Rachel character, I don't think he's going to have a neat called
No,
Jack.
I think I can be tempted.
Damn it, Jack!
Rachel, what model do you want to be? And don't say the Dreadsaurian, because it's not going to get painted any faster if you say the Dreadsaurian. Although that would suit you.
Hey.
I've called that Rory anyway.
Yes, that makes sense. Nick, one day I will go to Warhammer World and visit Bugman's Tavern.
Bugman's is nice.
I think when you and Phil did your game there, me and like a bunch of the other guys just kind of hung out in Bugman's, and that was good fun. It's nice.
Yeah.
Gonk used to play combat cards back in 1992.
That was probably when me and my brother... No, it wouldn't have been, because I'd have only been 4.
Very young then.
Me and my brother played combat cards when I was probably 8 or 9. And I say play, that's quite a loose term for what we did. Like I said, we just sat on opposite sides.
At each other.
Honestly, I can still remember it, and I bet my brother can still remember it. We used to sit on opposite sides of the bed on the floor and use the bed as a shield and just duck and throw the cards at each other and then duck and then throw them, and we won depending on how many we hit on each other. That is the complexity of gaming in my head. This is why I'm not a very good gamer, because I don't grasp rules very well.
Cyril's put, all hail our Lord and Saviour Stewie. Sometimes feels like that.
Yeah. I have to pray to Stewie at night to make sure I don't perish in the evenings.
Ian Stanford. I didn't like AOS at first, but after a few games, I like it. Yeah, I was kind of the same. I think when I started playing it was when it didn't have the point system, so it was a bit odd.
It was not very good without the points.
No.
Oh, I just remembered these have all got little tassels.
Oh, Nick said that the Bookman's has a nice menu. I can't remember what I had last time, but I remember it was delicious. It was probably a burger or something.
I always have a burger, but I don't know.
I'm wondering who's going to try and go for is it the ogre breakfast? Because I reckon Pink will.
Pink's definitely doing it. Steve will do it. Phil might. Depends how much it costs. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But it would keep you full for the day.
And it's delicious.
Well, you've never had it, and neither have I, so we don't know.
It would be delicious.
It's just a lot of food in it. Got to carry it around with you all day.
Carry it around. It's alright, I'll water it down with a beer. Marty has put, should I wait for High Elves before I start an AOS army?
It won't be long. Sea Elves will be with us in the next... it's rumoured to be by June, so there's not long. You've got time until then to finish your other projects. So I would say wait.
Liam's put, down Jack, down, no Neath. He's put just Tyre?
Tier.
Tier. There you go. Thanks, Sam.
Privateer.
Scott. Wargamer Online, why is the sky blue?
Because he's going with the Zinch. Oh, why is the sky... Did you say why is this guy?
No, why is the sky blue?
I thought you said why is this guy blue?
I think he's trying to distract us.
No, he's trying to ask us questions to keep us, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's trying to stall.
I don't know, why is this... Isn't the sky blue because of the atmosphere?
Yeah, I think it's to do with light reflecting.
There we go. Question answered.
Well, not very well, but...
That's answered. It doesn't have to be correct.
I should know that, to be fair.
You should know that. That's why I was leaving it to you to do
thank you.
Physics-based questions.
Tom, Sam, when's your next paint hangout planned?
There is no planning. Not for the paint hangouts, anyway.
I thought they were on a Saturday.
Oh, no. This is normally a Saturday with Sam.
Right,
but
is that not your paint hangouts?
No. Saturday with Sam is me just sitting in front of the camera talking about something. But because I've got this stuff to get done so much, I have commandeered it to turn it into the live painting session.
So probably very soon.
I'd imagine it's going to be in the week sometime. The problem is when I'm painting on camera, it slows me down. But I do kind of want to put them up on the YouTube page a little bit, the YouTube channel. I'll try and do one next week, but after this arm is done, I can do them more regularly if people are interested in seeing this sort of thing. And the last one, I obviously had a different layout. I didn't have me and Rachel in the corner. I had a paint palette on the side. So I'll do something similar where you'll just see my paint palette and what I'm working on, and that'll be it.
And next week will be the Dreadsaurian. Elster Nation's put, next time Sam has to do a horde army in a rush, is he going to ask Elster Nation for help? I said this over and over again when he was like stressing, because he was like, don't think I'm going to get it done in time, I'm going to have to rush, and I'm not going to get any sleep. And I was like, you're aware that Elster Nation is offered to help, right?
Yeah, and he knows exactly what it's like though. Because I'm not bothered as much about the gaming. It's all about the painting for me. But it's not the painting process, it's the end result that I like. And if I want to enter any of the competitions, which I would like to, because I don't enter competitions, and I really want to see where I can come with the stuff that I'm working on. So if somebody else paints it, obviously I can't enter it into anything because it's not mine. And nor would I want to, because I'd want to win on my own accord, not through somebody else's painting.
Not like Luke.
Not like Luke. Yeah, Luke the cheater. But yeah, I do appreciate the offer on that Elster Nation, but you know exactly. I think he's the same as me. It's the painting more than the gaming for him as well. There we go, that's 2 bits of Strapstum.
And Ralph has put, the way I see it is that AOS is the starter drug and an entry game into tabletop wargaming. GW flavour.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking more at skirmish games for playing actual games from now on. I quite like the idea of playing Age of Sigmar skirmish because it allows me to...
Oh, he did put AOS skirmish.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm interested in.
I thought they were the same thing.
No, skirmish you play with like 4 or 5 models or 10 models or something. You have a very limited amount of stuff to play with, but the rules are the same as Age of Sigmar, so it's transferable quite easily. But you could actually do a skirmish army, Rach, because it's not an army, it's a skirmish force.
But then I'd have to paint it.
You would, but it's very minimal amount of models.
On the bright side, Marty has always wanted to be a goat.
Your wish is coming true, Marty.
And Big Rich.
I would give him the honour of being the Beast Lord, but he's a fat Beast Lord, so that's more of an insult. So,
I mean, I think if the dude's okay with being a goat, I'm not sure he mind.
Yeah, it's not in your image at all, Marty, but you can be the leader of my army. Although I did have to name him something. Patrick made me name my characters, so I've already named them something. So I can't name my Beast Lord.
Surely he can change the name.
He's done a story, I think.
Surely he can change the name.
I don't think... what I'll do... We'll pick one now, Rach. Out of these... Oh dear. Which one shall we have as Marty? He could be the leader of the Bestigors. Which is this one with the big headdress. Yeah? He's not my favourite model, but he's the most powerful of the Bestigors.
Wait, was it Marty that said that he liked the white skin one? I can't remember.
Maybe.
And if he did, he could be the white skin one.
But he could lead the Bestigors. This one's quite nice as well. This white skinned one.
Marty, what would you prefer?
Look at that. Really cool. Doesn't show up as well on the camera, but I like those. I think the Beast Lord leader, or maybe that one. I've got 3 Bestigor leaders, but only one of them's gonna. When all 30 of them together, it's gonna be this guy with the big headdress who's gonna be in charge of them. It took me forever to paint those skin textures. Look at all the lines I painted.
Yeah.
Every single one's had lines painted all over them.
I think I've found why it's taking you so long.
Yeah. Never mind.
Big Rich has said, hey, you guys will be playing AOS at that next event. Yes, we will, if that next event is the Warhammer tournament.
And if I make it.
Sam will make it. Scott, any word on the next Necromunda gang to be released? And what is the meaning of life?
I was saying the other day, I was talking about the meaning, not the meaning of life, but the purpose of life. Wasn't I?
I hear it's 42.
No, it was just about the fact that I was just thinking about jobs and life in general, wasn't I? I was banging on about it. Everyone told me to shut up, but like most people just go to work to live, don't they? And it's quite sad in a way that most people don't do anything with their life other than work to live, do they? And not necessarily for the betterment of mankind, which I think is sad in a way as well. Like if everybody in the world pulled the resources together for the good of mankind, we'd probably be in space by now, populating the galaxy, wouldn't we? But because everything's based around what people can get individually for themselves, nobody gets anywhere.
We are a selfish bunch.
A selfish race, which is really sad. And I think it was when I was watching the SpaceX stuff, when you watch some of the Elon Musk interviews, and it's like he's got more money than he ever needs, but he's just working on projects which are for the good of mankind. And it's like I would work for him for nothing. You know, if you get the opportunity to work to do something that helps everybody, then why not do that? And at what point, as long as you've got enough money
to do charity work.
Yeah, but you need the money to live on, so long as you can live.
That's how people go to work.
And that's the problem, isn't it? Because everyone's fighting to live rather than living to improve everything. I don't know if there's a way around it. Anyway, I'm talking wargaming, not meaning of life.
Thanks for throwing us off track, Scott.
Cheers, Scott.
Dunny, how much more do you have to do, Sam? Kingdom of Heaven is a great film.
I have to finish the first 30-man unit. I have to, bare minimum, do the chariot, the 2 characters, and the Gorgon. And then, depending on what I have time for, it'll either be the 30-man unit of Gors, if I've got time to do them, or it'll be the 20-man unit of Ungors, or if I don't have time for either of those, it will be a Jabberslythe, which I'm not wanting to put in the list, but as a backup, it's there as an option.
Jet Set Jimbo has replied to Ulster Nation with, I'm not sure there'll be another Horde army for Sam.
You are 100% correct. This is the first and last Horde army I'm ever doing.
I think I've heard this every day this week. Ralph, which are the armies that can be used in AOS and 40k? I know there are a few, but can't remember which ones.
Demons.
Is it just demons?
Yeah.
Just demons, Ralph.
In 40k and Age of Sigmar, it's only demons, I thought.
Could be. I wouldn't know. And Nick, Kingdom of Heaven is an awesome film.
Everyone should watch it if you haven't already.
Marty has agreed with it's a great movie. And now everyone's just talking about Kingdom of Heaven.
My favourite character out of Kingdom of Heaven, other than Liam Neeson's character, is the guy who Jeremy Irons plays. What's his name? I watched it today.
The film 13 times.
I watched it today as well.
At least.
I always forget his name though. It's not Lancelot, but it's like a... Anyway, Jeremy Irons plays him and he's a really good character.
Controversially, Dunny has put Sean Bean is better than Liam Neeson. Ooh.
I don't think he is.
I like them both, to be fair.
I like them both, but if I had to pick one of them to be... like, if I was going into an adventure, if I was going to go into a dungeon with somebody, it would be Liam Neeson because Sean Bean would die instantly.
Yeah, but then that would mean that you didn't.
Yeah, but Liam Neeson wouldn't let you die.
This is true.
So it would be Liam Neeson that would be with me every time.
Ian's also put, we have to get some t-shirts printed with "You can do it, Sam."
Yeah.
We'll go with that to the tournament instead of the WGO t-shirt.
You can do it.
Nick's agreed with you. Demons, and that's about it, to be honest. So I guess you were right.
I guess you were right. Well, looks like you were right for once, Sam.
As long as it's been confirmed by somebody else, I'll agree. Big Rich, that's like me with Gangs of New York. I have to see it once a year.
I like Gangs of New York. It's a really good film. But I don't watch it every year. There's only... Actually, I watch a lot of films over and over again, but certain ones I watch more than others. And it's just good to have in the background while I'm painting.
Ian has also agreed. Kingdom of Heaven is an awesome film. Surreal, Heath Ledger, the cool Orlando Bloom.
we were watching Gotham, weren't we? I've been watching it. Rachel's been getting highlights from me.
Yeah, and I kind of dip in and out, don't I?
And I know that this is going to be controversial because Heath Ledger was a brilliant Joker, but the Joker in Gotham is my favourite now. He's just a brilliant actor from the very beginning. If anybody has not watched Gotham, it's quite a slow one to get into, but once you get watching it, it's quite addictive. But yeah, the Joker in that is just absolutely brilliant, especially the latest episodes.
I was impressed with him, to be fair. I don't know whether I'd say he was better than Heath Ledger.
I think he was.
I did think he'd done a good job because I was a bit like, I always thought that people couldn't live up to that.
I thought exactly the same, but I'm pretty sure that that guy in Gotham's beat Heath Ledger for me.
Commons put, I better keep my mouth shut about the Kingdom of Heaven then.
If you don't like it, that's fair enough. It's probably not completely historically correct, but I just like it. I like the soundtrack, and I like the Salah Hadim or whatever his name is. He's a really cool character, and I like the King. This
is quite funny. So obviously, Dunny said that Sean Bean's better than Liam Neeson.
I am not that man.
So then Commons put, Dunny, is it because of the accent? And he's replied with, you know it, lad.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough, yeah.
And Nick's also said that once a year thing is like me and the Lord of the Rings extended trilogy.
Yeah,
I guess everyone's got some.
I do the Lord of the Rings as well. Lord of the Rings is one I do.
How many times did you see?
The first one.
No, I think it was the second one,
no,
wasn't it?
It was the first one. I watched the first one at least 20 odd times in the first
at the cinema
3 years. Oh, at the cinema 7 times.
To see the cinema
7 times to the cinema. I don't even know why. It wasn't even the best one for me. I did like Lord of the Rings.
Oh wow!
Hated Frodo. So much.
Ian's going to be at Warhammer World in June for Heat 3 for the AOS Grand Tournament.
Oh, perfect. Well, if we're not there, good luck, but I'm not turning up with my army. I won't be there for any sort of heats with armies from now on.
And Coleman's put, shouldn't they rename Bugman's Tavern into Far Ranger Tavern? Have I missed something there?
Not sure, maybe because Bugman's not there anymore.
It's spelled like that, look. So I don't know whether that might have missed something.
Not sure. I don't get that one. That's something I've missed.
Let's put be consistent GW, just being a little passive aggressive here. So I think it is just something I've completely missed out. Oh. And Dunny Woods, being from Northern... so Marty has put, being from Northern Ireland myself, I like Liam, though Sean Bean is cool.
Yes.
Sorry, I think that pouch is done, Sam.
Yeah, this is why it's taking me so long. I'm painting so far away from the model that it's difficult to see what I'm painting. With my big brush. I'm trying to paint tiny little straps on a weapon with a big brush.
Oh, Scarecrow is currently painting Vestigor for Warhammer World in 2 weeks as well.
Say what? Really?
Maybe you'll have the same army.
No, this is ridiculous, Scarecrow. I'm just going to take eye jaws. I specifically took the Bestigors, or the Beastman army, because I was like, nobody in the right mind is going to go and take Beastman. So, Scarecrow, maybe you and me should just double up. And we just do a Beastman horde. Well, that's interesting. I mean, Scarecrow's probably going to have his army done. And I will have a unit done.
Yes. I mean, no.
No.
And so Ralph is asked, what is the ogre breakfast? What actually is in it? I know it's huge.
Just loads of food. It's just one of them challenge meals where you just...
Is it like a full English kind of thing, but like a huge full English?
I think so. I think you eat it and then you just regret everything after you've finished it.
Liam's put that ogre burger is just a snack.
Yeah, Liam will probably have the ogre breakfast and he'll finish it as well. And he's the skinniest person in the world.
He does have a burger every day.
Yeah.
C. Mawson, what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? African, not
remember.
European.
I can't remember.
That's amazing.
I love that film.
Al Kirkham, night all, going to paint some more Sylvaneth.
See you later.
Night, Al. He's probably already left, but night. And Jim, related, but what is the best biscuit to have with a cup of tea? I love it when I'm on the chat because it just gets completely...
I was literally just thinking that. Like, why is it all food related when you're
It's either food or just generally anything that's not actually Warhammer related. So, what is the best biscuit to have with a cup of tea? Well, it's got to be something that you can dunk.
I think it's got to be a hobnob. Because they're the only ones that last long enough.
Okay, so controversially, you know what I do quite like? I do love a chocolate digestive. And I know it gets a bit messy, because obviously the chocolate melts, but I kind of love that the chocolate melts around the biscuit.
Okay.
I'm not sure I could commit to it being my favourite.
What about a chocolate hobnob, though? Because then you get the melted chocolate and the hobnob that actually stands up to the tea.
I do like a digestive, though. And generally, as long as you don't dunk it for too long, then it doesn't, sink.
Okay.
You go with the hobnob?
Yeah.
I'll go with the chocolate digestive.
Okay.
There you go then, Jim. Dunny, what is the banner like for this unit, Sam? Any plans? Also, are these gauze or bestigores?
These are the best gauze. The bestigores. And the banner is just... I've got 3 banners in this 30-man unit because I was thinking if I ever want to break them down into 10-man units, I want to have the command for each of them. So I have just grabbed bunch of different banners that I had in my bits box. I'm not doing any duplicates. So one of them will be from the bestigores, one will probably be from the gauze, and then another one will be from anything else that looks kind of cool. I was going to try and do some freehand artwork on one, but that's not going to happen now. It's just going to be painted.
Oh.
I also wanted to do a display board, but that's not happening. which is a shame. If there was another month, no, if there was another 2 months, I would do a hell of a lot with this army.
I like how you gave yourself a month originally.
A month is still not enough for me to get this army done.
Martin's popped in with, sorry I'm late. That's alright, we're nearly finished.
It's alright, Martin. Thanks for joining.
Scott, would you guys like a built and painted Leviathan Titan for the group? If so, contact me so we can discuss the particulars. What?
Ah, Scott.
Wow.
Built and painted Leviathan.
That's insane.
That's really generous.
So, you going to contact Scott?
I don't know if I've got... What is it painted up as, Scott? Because I don't think I have anything that it will go into. I haven't even got an army yet.
That is insane, though.
I know, but Phil's got everything. So I'm sure... I mean, the Leviathan is the best looking dreadnought as well.
Marty, I like food too. Me and you both, Marty. Me and you both. Jet Set. Paint, Rachel, paint. Skirmish is the answer. To be honest, I don't think I can even do one model. I just get so bored. And then the other thing was, there was too much pressure to like stay within the lines, and no, it's too much. I can't handle it. Cannot handle it. Dave, are you guys into AOS campaign games such as Malign Portents?
Yes, Malign Portents.
Realm Gate Wars, or just vanilla competitive AOS?
I would love to start playing campaigns, but that requires an army. So once I've got an army, and normally you need multiple players that can commit to a campaign, but I think they're definitely something that are worth doing. They're a lot of fun. And the narrative part of the game makes it so much better. The Realm Gate Wars are pretty good.
Oh, Marty's put the skin looks amazing, as well as the rest of the model, obviously.
Thank you very much.
Ralph. So this was when you were talking about, like, what is the meaning of life? He's put, you are describing socialism at its core, mate.
What's that?
Socialism. I think that's where, like, sort of everyone's in it together, I think. Could be wrong.
That's what the world should be then.
It could be completely opposite. I might be completely making that up. The C. Mawson. The acquisition of wealth is no longer the driving force of our lives. We work to better ourselves and the rest of mankind. Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
See? Star Trek had it right.
Martin. Nurgle demons for the win. Dave has put, tell that to Luke Picard when his pension plan collapses due to bad investments. And Dunny has put, Leprosy Dude is the best character in Kingdom of Heaven.
Yeah, he is really good. I do like the character, especially when he slaps the hell out of the really annoying guy with the big beard. Renaud Chateau or something. He's a good character, but he is annoying. There's basically the Crusaders, they go around killing all the Muslims, even though there's like a treaty. They say Muslims, Jews and Christians are all living in Jerusalem peacefully. You're not supposed to kill each other. And the Crusaders are just like, no, anything that isn't a Christian needs to die. So they just launch, they launch raids on the caravans and stuff, and they get away with it, and then they catch him. And basically Salahuddin, who's the leader of he's the general of the Muslim army, he basically rolls up to this guy's castle and is about to wipe them off the face of the earth. And Orlando Bloom turns up just to save him a little bit. But the guy who instigated all of these raids on the Muslim caravans gets his face slapped in by the guy with leprosy. It's quite good.
Jim has put Wargamer Online equals Tiberius?
Tiberius, that's his name, yes. That is his name. I knew it was something like that.
That's Leprosy Dude?
No, that's Jeremy Irons.
Oh.
He's such a badass character. He shouts in one bit and he's just like, yeah, you're cool.
Dunny has said that Sean Bean would sacrifice himself for you. He probably would. Yeah. Good guy.
He'd be good in a zombie invasion. But only good for the first 10 minutes of it. And then you're on your own. So...
Dave, that guy from Kingdom from Heaven was a mummy from the Tomb Kings.
Which guy? Oh, was the mummy from the Tomb Kings? Where's that? I love the Tomb of
I've
King
only
army.
seen Kingdom of Heaven once and I can't really remember it, so I've got no idea. Marty's asked, do you like the movie Shooter?
It was alright, yeah.
I can't remember that one.
I think if it's the one I'm remembering, he was a sniper in the army and then he comes out. I can't remember it all though. I remember it being good, but I've not watched it again. Which means it's not up there as one of my favourites.
Writer Sophie Stevens, didn't Elon Musk start selling flamethrowers? I wouldn't know.
Yeah, quite possibly. And that's probably why he's trying to get off the planet now. Armed everybody and then gone, oh, that was a bad idea, let's leave.
Nick has put next
But
gang
to keep going back to that, he is like Iron Man though, which is what
He kind of is.
which is what he
actually,
does.
so, yeah.
He arms everybody with weapons and then tries to help people.
Nick has put next gang for Necromunda is Gene Stealer Court Rules are in White Dwarf.
Who said that?
Nick Davidson.
I have to say, I wasn't interested in Gene Stealers until I played combat cards, and now I quite like the big Gene Stealer dude.
C. Mawson, there isn't any film I have to watch every year. I just watch as I desire. I do, however, read The War of the Worlds once a year. Love that book.
I watched the film, and the film was okay, but I never got on with it. I think it was just before my time, and it would have been before your time. You probably had to watch it in school, didn't you?
Nope.
Really?
I only watched the remake, but never watched the... Was there an original? No, because the original was just the...
There was an original film.
Was there?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just an audio
There was
book.
there was a book, and then there was an original film which came out years and years ago.
Yeah, I never saw that. I only saw the new one.
Yeah.
Thinking about films, actually, I'd say the one that I must have seen most is probably The Emperor's New Groove. It's such a good film. I watched it the other month, actually, and bearing in mind that I probably hadn't seen it for maybe 2 years before that, and I still could do it word for word. And I was just sat there talking along to myself.
We do watch a lot of Disney films, though, don't we?
Yeah, I like Disney. Dave's put Elon Musk is actually making space launches bigger and economically viable, which is incredible.
Yeah, I think he knocked 30 million off the price of launching those rockets into space because he was landing them and saving a lot of the what would normally be wasted.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But he was like, yeah, they're so cheap now, it's only going to cost us like 60 million or 30 million. It's like, yeah, that's cheap. But it is in terms of space.
Ian's put, I'm re-watching Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, Sons of Anarchy was good.
Yeah, you liked that one, didn't you? I didn't really get into it.
It got a bit stale about 2 seasons in. And there was one bit, I'm not going to spoil it for people, but there was one bit, and whoever's watched it will know, in the prison, that I was just like, I'm not happy about this. I am not happy. Almost stopped watching it after that.
Although now if it gets to the prison bit...
It won't spoil it because everyone's in prison all the time. But anybody who's watched it knows that there's a prison scene where you go, yep, that's not good.
At Wargamer Online, this is from Ralph. Did you ever read The Lord of the Rings? That's a book I need to read at least once a year. I've been doing it for next to 30 years now. Did you ever read the Lord of the Rings books?
Tried. And I read The Hobbit, and I think The Hobbit book was a lot better than the film. But I know that everyone who reads books generally says the books are better than the films because there's more description and you picture it in a completely different way to what they do with the films. At least in the case of that film I loved. The book that I loved. What was it? Dark Tower series.
Oh yeah, you did. How disappointed were you with the film? That you thought couldn't be ruined.
They just had to follow any
started
part
watching
of the film.
And me and David sat down with him and gone, Sam, I don't think you should watch this. Anytime someone loves a book, they're always really disappointed by the film. And, you've really hyped it up. You're really looking forward to it. Just don't do it to yourself. And Sam had actually gone... So this was literally minutes before we watched it. And Sam had gone, no, it can't possibly be ruined. Like, the book is that good that it can't possibly be ruined. It's going to be amazing. And literally we get to the end and we just look over at Sam and he's, like, just horrified. He did not look impressed. It was so funny. Yeah, so not really a winner for Sam, that one.
Normally I'm the first to say, when people go, oh, the book's so much better, it's like, yeah, whatever. Like, most of the time you go, yeah, probably is, but it's not that big of a problem normally. But The Dark Tower, the problem with that is they didn't follow anything. Nothing. There was 2 names in it that I think they kept, or 3 names. Everything else, the start, the middle, the end, the plot, everything was different. It's like, just follow a vague idea of the book.
I mean, they used the guy's name. What more do you want?
God. I didn't care that they... I mean, in the books, I imagined him to be like a Clint Eastwood style character. And they used the guy out of Thor. What's his name? He's a good actor. But it's a black guy. And everyone kicked off because they were like, oh, they've used a black guy. It's like, doesn't matter. Like, it could be any race, any person. That is not the issue. The issue is you didn't use any of the plot. That's the bigger issue. Why were people not complaining about that? Like, it doesn't matter what skin colour he is. What matters is you just change the entire thing. Whoever directed that film must have gone, bored, right, this is what we're doing. And just ruined it.
Fortunately, though, Sam has got over it.
I am never watching that film again.
Right, I'm going to have to try and quickfire now.
Yeah, quickfire.
Right, Tom has put Fellowship as the best Lord of the Rings by far. And Nick has replied that he reads it every year, so I'm presuming that is...
Lord of the Rings?
No, I think he's referring to War of the Worlds, potentially. Okay. I'm not sure. Anyway, he reads something every year.
Either War of the Worlds or Lord of the Rings, then.
Yes. Ian has put, I might have to watch Lord of the Rings, not seen it in ages.
I was going to watch it today.
And Nershcast has put, what brush is that?
Who? Nershcast. This is a Winsor & Newton Series 7, number 1. All of my other brushes are dead at the moment, and this is the only one I can actually get a point with. But it is still quite big for painting the straps on all of this model. But it's all I have available right now.
C. Mawson, I am currently painting a Nurgle army for Malign Portents, and since it's GW's most tongue-in-cheek army, I'm watching a tongue-in-cheek show as I paint Xena Warrior Princess.
Oh, I love that. I used to watch that as a kid so much.
And then we have a lot of fans of custard creams.
Okay, we caught up with the biscuit chat.
Yay!
Custard creams.
There's quite a lot in favour of custard creams.
Are a good one.
I mean, they're good, but I wouldn't put them in tea.
They are good in tea.
They're not dunkers.
They are
think they're
good.
Dunkers.
It's a one dip. Anyway, keep quick firing.
Tom has put Tunnock's caramel wafer.
Keep going. You're not going to quick fire if we get back onto biscuits.
Okay. Scarecrow, I've played Beastmen since before AOS. Was going to take Fire Slayers, but it was clear I wasn't getting them finished in time, so the Beasties are getting a touch up. Well,
that's fair enough. I started these for the tournament, so yeah, carry on. I hope to see you there, Scarecrow. You and me will be the only people with Beastmen, so we'll be easy to spot. And you've seen my models as well. They're black armoured with blue. So if you can't find me, you'll at least be able to track the army down.
John Craig, hello, just dropped in, painting my Maw Crusher. Hi, John.
Hey, John. Even though this was probably 20 minutes ago now.
Yeah.
Maw Crushers are amazing. What colour scheme are you doing, if you are still here?
Don't encourage more questions,
Go on, quick fire. You want to play Smite, don't you?
I kind of do.
Okay.
And I'm kind of hungry. Scott, it's very generic and I would not be offended if you repaint it.
What's that?
I'm not sure what that was in relation to.
Oh, the Leviathan Dread.
Oh.
That's fair enough.
Nick has put, it's when the Leaper King makes the Templar kiss his ring.
Yeah, that's
so
the bit.
Satisfying.
It's so good. Renaud Chateau, I hate the Crusader dude. And the leper just puts him in his place.
And right, Sophie Stevens, supposedly if you bite both ends of a Kit Kat, you can then drink your tea/chocolate through it, albeit melted.
Huh. Learn something every day. Thank you, Sophie.
Dave, I view Beastmen as more of a vanilla Chaos affiliated group, ever chosen, etc., rather than Nurgle, Khorne, Tzeentch or Slaanesh.
What's that?
Dave is
Beastmen. Yeah, I mean, I kind of like the idea that the Beastmen are their own faction. I don't like that they follow the Dark Gods, but obviously that's their whole point, is that they see the Chaos Gods as the only gods, and they follow them. But I kind of would have liked to have done like a barbarian-themed Beastmen army who are literally there just to survive and kill everything and take what they can. But I do like the fact that they should have their own god rather than a Chaos God. They should have a Beast Lord, Beast God or something, and they pledge their god their winnings to that with their Beast stones, Herd stones.
Fell hate. Seriously, Sam, the pouch is done.
This is a different model. This was probably
from before.
Okay. I keep switching models, that's probably why.
And then Tom's replied with, Sam will create his own paint range just so he has more browns to highlight that patch.
I've got 3 browns. One is the base coat, one is a highlight, and the third one is a final highlight. So it's literally 3 colours, including the base coat.
So back onto films, Nick has said Shooter is the only film where he's justifying killing all the bad guys with "they killed my dog." Never mind being framed for killing someone.
That was it. That would have been the one with the sniper in it then, because
I love that.
I vaguely remember somebody being set up.
Marty's put, love that movie. I think I watched it 3 times in 1 week when it came out. So I don't know whether that's in response to Shooter or The Emperor's New Groove.
No one's watched The Emperor's New Groove.
No, Coleman has put love The Emperor's New Groove, and it's like big capital letters for love. Okay, I'm not the only one. I'm not weird.
Yeah, okay.
I'm only a little bit weird. Fell Hates put John Wick is better than Shooter. Ooh. I have to do that every time someone shows an opinion. And Dave has put, I loved that dog from Shooter who could get beers from the fridge and drink them. That sounds amazing. We should teach Khaleesi to do that, but I think that's frowned upon.
Yep.
Didn't Emperor's New Groove, so cultured. Big Rich, okay guys, going to see A Wrinkle in Time. Take care. Bye, Big Rich. Nick, I'm fairly happy with the TV version of The Expanse book so far. Nice, solid sci-fi series. I've not seen that.
I think either your dad or my dad was saying it was worth watching.
Okay.
Or it could have been Hobby Dad Phil. Any 3 of the dads. Any one of the 3 dads.
Nick has said Dark Tower is what they did to World War Z.
Ah, fair enough. I'm glad I never read the World War Z book then.
Sean Blake's but hey.
Hey Sean.
Hey Sean. Ian, right, must go. My tournament Beast Claw Raiders are waiting. I think everyone's off, to be fair. That's probably why it's slowed down now.
Yeah.
Because everyone's just left.
Quick fire then.
I'm nearly at the bottom now.
Good.
Sean Blake has put League is better than Smite.
It is. However, the guys we play Smite with do not have PCs good enough to play League, which I know is something that should never be the case because League is quite minimal. But honestly, one guy was watching his money go up in 20s rather than 1s because of the frame rate that his laptop was playing it on. That was Reese's.
Wow, that's impressive.
So we play Smite.
To be fair, I've never played League, so I'm quite happy with Smite.
Yeah, we play Smite as an alternative.
Fell Hates put and Dota is better than League.
I always preferred League, but I can understand people who played Dota from the beginning.
Dunny has put Beastman in Destruction could be cool.
Yeah, and if they were, I could have done my Iron Jaws with like an attachment of Bestigors or something. That would have been fine.
And then everyone's debating between Dota, Smite, and League.
Yeah, there we go.
We've started
that.
Something.
That's Sean's fault, actually. Sean said League versus Smite, and that's as soon as anybody says League, Dota and League comes up. That's it.
And Ian's put, there is a TV series of Shooter on Netflix, and then everyone's saying night, basically. Cool. They've ended the chat for us. So Gonk has said, nice stream, guys. Take care all. And Denise said, night all. So that seems like a good point to end it.
Yes. How many? Yeah. Okay, we've got 40 odd people still watching for some reason. Wow. Shame Liam's not here to say that.
Yeah, he's probably sitting there doing it in his head.
Wow.
Right, okay, so we'll call it there then.
Yes, thank you to everyone who's watched us go on. We'll just reiterate, check out Chillcon if you're in the area. If you're in Sheffield in 3 weeks' time, then we'll be at Chillcon, and it would be good to meet as many people as we can. If you are in the Nottingham area in 2 weeks' time, then we would like to see you at Warhammer World when we're at the tournament, and you can see me crying as I haven't finished my army in time. Thank you to everybody who has thumbed up the videos, the 20 of you that have thumbed up the video, because I'm sure we're going to have our disliker, maybe 3 dislikers, we'll see.
And everybody's saying night, guys. So Scott has had the last comment of Sam, that pouch is several centimetres thicker because of all the paint.
next time on Painting Pouches with Sam. Maybe we should just change the name of the title to Painting Pouches. No one will get it apart from everyone who's watched. Cool.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'll get the credits ready then, yeah?
Yeah. So hopefully see everyone at the tournament in a few weeks. And night, everyone.
See you later. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.